was that, whatever you call that thing downtown, that, that,
The ceremony and everything?
no, the white thing.
Oh, the memorial?
Yeah, but see, I rebuilt my own memorial right in the lobby. I said, this is what they built, and this is what it could have been. And it was very different. We had the actual magazines of the time out there, and then people would come and say, "Well, aren't you worried someone will steal them?" And I said, that's the exact point. It was a relaxed time. People didn't steal like that. We had an old time TV that was actually showing the events that Walter Cronkite did, but we put a computer into the old
Okay.
TV. I mean, we had, and we will be doing similar things for the 50th. Okay. Uh, uh, we always do something for 9/11. That's special for us. We feel like we have to. I don't know why we focus on that, but we've done something every single year since the first year. We think we're blessed to be the home of this sculptural piece.
Yeah.
Did you get a hold of Jim yet this morning?
I tried to get a hold of him,
Okay.
but tried
Did
to
you
drive.
chase down?
I'm literally down Center Street. We know enough about in certain individual pieces, according to what Joe told us, and some of the stuff that we found on the articles about the building when it opened. House office out. It didn't stay organized. There's one of the things that's still good. There's some of his 9/11 art. That actually hung in the World Trade Center. That framed piece right there.
How'd you guys get that?
You gotta ask Ralph.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know where some of this stuff just shows up from. See another world, the 9/11 piece, the firemen seeing where the towers once stood.
Yeah, there's a lot of towers.
Oh yeah. These two pieces are his favorites, so we put these kind of off to the side. This was made with actual debris from the World Trade Center. An artist went out there and picked up some of the debris that was on the floor, or the cement or whatever, the wrappers, and there's a watch that's here somewhere. And you can, where is it at?
Is he from New York or anything originally? Or?
I think he was born in New York, but he grew up in Wisconsin. Then there's this piece here, three-dimensional. So in the city they have a little chair for each child that died.
Yes, I've seen.
Yes. I said, how do we create 3,000 of something so they could be seen and the number would mean something? So we thought long and hard, and we thought of a sculptural piece that was custom made by Ken, that same contractor. He had one of his shops make it for us. And what it was, we had school children, we had tenants, we had anybody who wanted to. The building was open 24 hours a day. They would take a slip of paper to read somebody's name, and each person, they would drop one of these little foam things in here. And if you notice, they're different colors and shades and whatever, just to represent the different races and the different cultures, the different everything about the people who died in the tower. But there's a name attached to every piece. What's even more interesting, if you look at the base, those are stones, river rocks. Those are the first responders who died. And the honor to read their name was given to the Dallas Fire Department and the Dallas Police Department. And they came here on their time. And we had a bell that was set up right there for them especially. Every time they read a name, they rang the bell. And they put the stone and the name down. And until it's completed, and there are exactly as many stones to represent exactly how many first responders died. The foam, how many people actually died in the tower. You can see the holes on top of these things where we had school children come up here, stepping on step stools and whatnot to read the names and drop the foam. It was a pretty powerful display when people saw it. It was actually at the fire department for a while, and then when we got it back. But let's go to this one. You want to see that delivered?
I mean, I've heard of it.
You know
If
what
you
it
asked me to tell you exactly what it did, I wouldn't be able to do
Okay,
that.
here's what it was for. It was for news guys, and I remember because I was in high school in the '80s, and we had a teletype machine at school.
Uh-huh.
And I used to sit there and watch the news as the current CNN. This machine would go clack, 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 like a typewriter.
Uh-huh.
And you would read the stories that rolled up. You could tear it off. Supposedly a media person could, radio station, newspaper, whatever, take it, spike it, or write a story about it or whatever. This was kept by a media personality from Houston. What do you see here, the news, the breaking news that they're writing about?
An unknown sniper fired 3 shots at, I'm guessing, is that like the code name for Kennedy?
And that's the first news of 3 shots rang out in Dallas. And this person was a radio announcer. He would tear it off and read it, just as it came off the wire.
Wow.
This stuff is over 50 years old. It's not only JFK. There's something here about for Dr. King and Robert Kennedy. So, you know, when it talks about Robert Kennedy in Los Angeles, and of course Dr. King's in Memphis. I mean, it just goes. I mean, this particular reporter kept all his old stuff and scrapped it.
Yeah.
And Ralph paid handsomely for the privilege to keep those.
Uh-huh.
And those were on display. A basement can be a very dark, dank, ugly-looking place, or he can try to enliven it with art and bright colors, and that's exactly what he's done. And I only wanted to show this one last thing to you here as well. In the building. Nobody was going in. If you wanted to go, that was up to you. But you had food, water, and supply, whatever you needed, and equipment to survive here. What kind of survival that would be, I couldn't tell you, but you will see these kind of blast doors throughout the basement. And this is supposedly the way that they expected people to survive an attack on Dallas. I had a pleasant thought that that's the way it was at that time period.
Yeah.
And, a lot of people celebrate these mom and pop in the backyard kind of a fallout shelter, where they have for a family supposed to stay. This building was supposed to be for a neighborhood, which is kind of cool. I always thought.
Yeah.
It was like your island that you went to,
Uh-huh.
you sat down here and you hoped and prayed you made it through the first blast and you had enough water and supplies to remain alive until somebody could come rescue you or whatever you want to do. There's a gentleman in Dallas who keeps the information on all fallout shelters. And, I just happened to locate him through a connection over connection over connection. And apparently he was able to dig through the secret archives. And he said, your building is supposed to house 5,000 people. So there was enough supplies and drinking water and whatever for 5,000 people. I just couldn't imagine storing that much food and water. You see see how the water tank that actually has water in it.